Here we are on the 4th fairway at People's Golf Club, and what I'm going to discuss is how to hit the driver straight. Okay, so I had a golf clinic last week with the seniors, and basic question of, so if you were hitting driver straight, what concept of setup, what does setup mean to you, and how would you set me up in relation to the golf ball, okay, or in relation to the target? So obviously I asked them, and what they said was, obviously when you hit a drive you need a slightly wider stance. Okay, so we need a slightly wider stance, but to start off with, we want the ball position off the instep of our left foot. Okay, so they're in a good position. Just remember there's a range down the right here, I was telling. Okay, so they were saying, right, I need to stand quite wide, feet kind of wide on shoulder width apart. Ball position should be inside left foot. Okay, so feet and shoulders parallel to the target, with a square parallel to that as well. Okay, but what happened was, okay, I got into this, it runs adjacent to the right hand side of the range. Okay, so I was just looking up the right hand side of the range just to make sure that there was nobody coming. So I hit this, I'd done what they told me, and I hit the ball 40 yards right. Okay, so what the club face, we were aiming to the target. So because if they get in, they set up in a square position. If I come down the line, what happened? Right, okay, so if I was to, I've not got a hula hoop with me today, but what happens is, because I'm setting up left, because I'm setting up square to target, that moves my path further left. Okay, so my path's moving further to the left because my ball position's too far forward. So obviously what we need to focus on, if my ball position's too far forward, then that moves my whole assembly round to the left. Okay, so if I was in a square position, that's the ball in the middle of my stance, and if I was to move this assembly all the way around, my shoulders would point to the left. Okay, so I demonstrated that the ball went 40 yards right because the club path was going left, but the face, obviously the club face is square to the target, but it's open to the path. Okay, so the face is pointing right of the path. Okay, so what I tried to get them to do was understand that in order for us to hit the ball obviously straight, we need to understand how the swing's built on an arc and how we need to rotate our body throughout impact to do that. Okay, so if I was aiming my body square to the target, what happens is, because the ball position is too far forward, because obviously we're sitting up first and the ball position is too far forward, we kind of leaned with our shoulders. Okay, and this left shoulder gets a little bit low and this right shoulder gets a little bit high, which makes the right shoulder work over the left shoulder, and that's where the path goes to the left. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to turn that hill of the ground. So if I was to come straight back down the line again, so what we want to do is have a nice wide stance, ball slightly further back. So if I move the ball position slightly further back, that tilts my shoulders more to the right. Okay, and more in a closed position, right? So if I get the ball position if I get the ball position in the middle of my stance, make sure I have some spine tilt. Okay, so this way, about 10 degrees of spine tilt behind the ball. And what I want to do from now, the last thing that I need to do before I hit the golf ball is turn this right foot back. Okay, so turning that right foot back, because we're obviously square to the target and the path's travelling left, if we bring that right foot back a bit, that'll allow us to swing more from the inside. Okay, so if we swing from the inside, that'll get the path going more towards the target. Okay, so what we need to do, obviously move ball position slightly further back, so that squares up shoulders, turn right foot back, and then we'll be able to turn from the inside. Okay, and then from here we'll obviously be able to hit the desired shot and have the club face in a good position. Okay, so if you've got any thoughts on that video, any topics you want me to discuss, comment below and I'll get to you as soon as possible. So what we need to understand is, in order for us to obviously square or hit the straight shot, we need to get a path, aim our body slightly to the right, that'll get a path slightly more square towards target, instead of aiming square towards target where the path travels left. Okay, so you have to keep the face and the path in good correlation. Okay, so any thoughts, subscribe to my channel at Golf.